Yep, I'm filming this episode right after filming the last episode because I'm thirsty. I'm ready to get through this season, okay? So we are 51 and 60 on the season. Right now we have the 15th ranked team. And that's something I didn't expect happening so early. We're still very far away from a playoff berth or anything like that. We called up Miguel Navarro to AAA. I said at the end of last episode that he'll probably make our open day roster next season, but we will not see our guy this year. It just don't really make sense. Even though we're going to get to those September call-ups relatively soon. We just swept a team? No, they won the first game of the series. Okay. We're going to get to our September call-up soon. I don't think he's ready for the September call-up. I'm okay with him staying in the minors just because it makes so much sense for him to, what am I trying to say? Him to just sit down there and get that potential higher and higher and higher. And I don't think I'm jumping into any situations today. So actually, I can turn that off, can't I? We're just gonna straight up sim and just see how the team goes. So this is a very low maintenance episode. This is a maintenance episode for sure. Andrew Vaughn is no longer injured. Look how easy that was, Vonnie. Now they did call up our guy Lee Wong, which I'm not mad at. Now, the guys like Jose Ortiz, who we were so invested in last season, he's actually looked pretty good in the majors again. This is the second year in a row where he's got a smaller sample size, 54 last year and then 46 this year so far, where he's not bad, man. I like him as a player. But because we got Lee Wong here, who's just younger and better, he's 6 years younger and he's already a higher overall, a guy like Joseph Ortiz might have to be moved or something because I don't want him to be 26 and rot in the minors. I want to look out for him. But now that Lee is here, I might actually play a game with Lee because I just want to see what he looks. What's his swag look like on the field? You know, a lot of different stuff. So let's player lock Lee Wong right now and see how he's looking. Not this game though. I'm not going lefty. Instead, we got Frankie Montas. Okay, that makes more sense. And just one batter. I mean, just one game. 250 on the season. Man, we got nobody hitting 300. What's going on? What's going on with the good guys? Well, I mean, not just swinging them bats. I think we have a good lineup though. Like next season, I think we go into, especially with Miguel Navarro taking that spot over Benintendi. I think we go into next season and we feel really good and we look really good. But maybe I'm jumping a gun just a tiny bit. So Frankie Montas is there. Let's see what that on-field swag looks like after the at-bat, because I guess we can't see it until we see the first pitch. And yeah, we got him leading off. He got good speed. That's a strike. Okay. All right. Good eye. He's a little bit thicker than I imagined, man. That look like he got some power in them legs, them hips. Big old beard. All right, Lee. I like the batting stance and everything. You got gloves on. That's a plus. Miguel Navarro don't play with gloves. He's just out there free balling against the wood. You feel what I'm saying? 0-1 count. That is a good sinker. Good speed on it. Man, that was some really good speed on it. 97. He can get up to 98. 0-2 count. Lee. And I put it into play. That's not going to fall. 2 under it. Yep. But hey, swing felt good. I didn't find it. I didn't find the pitch at all. And Patrick Wisdom hit a home run. So shout out to the guy. 1-0 count. That's a base hit. Oh my God, that's under the glove. I don't know who playing second. That probably shouldn't have been a base hit. For a second, I definitely felt like that was a routine, but it wasn't. And you know what we do around here. When you got some speed, 89 speed, you know what that means, right? Frankie. And that's a strikeout, and it's a double play. Why the 89 speed just look so like it's like 62? All right. That's cool. Frankie Montas pitched in the gym. I know he gave up the solo shot, but other than that, he's been great. That is a pitch down the middle, but I'm slightly late behind it. Oh, man, that had great potential, too. Patrick Wisdom having all of the stuff. 2-1. And Patrick Wisdom is driven in both of the RBIs, so shout out to Pat. Ashcraft to first base, and we're not beating that out. All right, cool. I mean, I ended up 1 for 3, 1 for 4, whatever it was, and it's a low-scoring game, but we get the win. That's all I really care about. So that was fun. Shout out to Nicky for pitching another gem, 6 1/3. He did walk 6 people, but he got a win, and his ERA went down. All right, let me change this lineup back. Put Benintendi back up there. All right, so, yeah. We are 6 games away from 500, 5 games away from 500, 4 games away from 500. Yo, the guys might be able to do it. Oh, never mind. We just get swept by Seattle, who are really good. Like, that's a really good baseball team. So I guess I'm not mad at it. I wish we would have been able to take one. Benintendi has torn his Achilles. He will be out for 6 months. That changes some things. That changes a lot of things because now that really opens up a spot for Miguel Navarro. But every time we look at Miguel Navarro's attributes, something is going up. Last time we checked, his power was only up by 5. Now it's up by 6. He's not. It's not time though. I promise you, it's not time. I know the fans are probably thinking it is, but I promise you, it's not. So we're gonna have Jake Bauers come in. He's not gonna be our leadoff hitter. Instead, we're gonna let Dominic be the leadoff hitter and adjust accordingly. This is where our good old friend Terrell comes in and play. Because we just need another outfielder. But Benintendi being injured right there does suck. I will say that. All right, so it's time to call up 2 people. I'm close to calling this guy up from. Oh, he's out. Never mind. I know it's from AA, but he's killing the game in AA. But he's injured right now. I called up a pitcher in Jake Eder. And then I also called up our guy Tyler Locklear to come back to the major. But because we're so far out of it, 11 games under 500 and dead last, and the division, I don't think y'all care too much about the way we end the series or the season, right? And we did just sweep the Yankees, who are really good. They were really good last time we played them. Now they're below 500. I don't know what happened. Aaron Judge must be out for the rest of the season or something. I'm not completely sure. But the minor league system is done. And our AA team ended up making it to the playoffs, so shout out to them. Wes Kath is definitely going to start at AAA next season. Shout out to him for being promoted. Mikey might get called up as well, even though he's only 18 years old, because he had a really good season. Shout out to the system. Jose Rodriguez was all right, I guess. And then in AAA, they just ended their season 2. And then Noah Schultz jumps up a few overalls, which we appreciate. And yeah, that was pretty much all we really care about. But let's get to this postseason for the Chicago White Sox. Well, the White Sox are in the postseason, but the Major League postseason, there it is. So we got significantly better than last year. We lost over 100 games last year. So I count this year as a gap year, a bridge year, and it was a win. Let's take a look at the awards and stuff. So the MVP of the league ends up going to Yordan Alvarez, who hit .335 with 55 home runs. Back-to-back years for him. Aaron Judge was second and Bo Bichette was third. Cy Young goes to Pablo Lopez and Christian Javier, and Corbin Burns is third. Obviously, the batting title goes to the 55 home run dude. Brendan Donovan. Yeah, he was on the trade market for the bulk of this season. So the fact that he ended second in the batting title is really cool that somebody picked him up. Tampa Bay picked him up, even though Tampa Bay ended up selling later in the season. We got Duran ended up as a reliever of the year. Rookie of the year goes to Junior. We're not finishing high in anything, huh? Hey, Gold Glove, Walker Buehler. Hey, we did that. Woohoo, Gold Gloves. Oh, another Gold Glove, Luis Robert. Woo. That's what Chicago is. We catch the ball in Chicago. Shohei goes back-to-back, so that's no surprise. He also gets the Cy Young. What a season. 42 bombs, and then also was 15-7 with a 3.19 ERA. Shane Bieber, one of the biggest acquisitions of the offseason, ended up finishing second, so shout out to Washington for that. And then Bobby Miller was third, so they have 2 of the top 3 Cy Young winners. Batting title goes to Mookie Betts. LA is just LA, huh? They also get the reliever of the year. How much more could they do? Like, seriously, how much more could they? Wow. You jumped up that much in 1 year? Sheesh. That is insane. Austin Riley wins his third consecutive Silver Slugger for third baseman in the NL. And then Ronald Acuna also gets his third consecutive. So a lot of cool stuff happening. Here are the final stats for the players that we care about. So we do see Dominic Fletcher end up hitting .260 on the season. This was a phenomenal year for him. He jumped up by a ton. I think going into the season, he was a 75. He's up to a 78. As you can see, that's a lot of progression. Gleyber Torres was a huge pickup. He's almost in 90 overall. He hit .266, which is worse than what I think he was 280-ish at the deadline. So, you know, second half of the season, second part of the season, he struggled a little bit, but still overall had a phenomenal season. Luis Robert's down with his power versus lefties and his contact versus lefties, but he hit .260 and also hit 31 home runs, second highest of his career. Patrick Wisdom hit 30 home runs too. His power is higher now than it was when we signed him. He hit .207, but he also hit 30 home runs. Then we see Jake Bauers, who finished the season as our DH because of injuries and stuff. Was a good pickup for us, honestly. And the 277 at-bats he had, you know, some pitch hit home runs. He hit .235. I'm completely okay with that. Paredes, one of our big acquisitions, he went up 10 in his power versus lefties. 10. I don't know if I've seen that type of jump for somebody on my own team. We also see Andrew Vaughn jump up a bunch. This was a year of progression for the guys. For most of the guys, you're a free agent, so we don't really care about that. Colson Montgomery, hey, not the most beautiful season for him. He actually fell off a cliff with his average and stuff, but luckily he still got higher with his overall +7 power versus righties, which we'll take. And then Lee Wong, who only got called up a little while ago, still looks pretty good. He's probably a major league player at the start of next season. Caro, I mean, you're probably our catcher unless there's a catcher in free agency that we really like. He's only a 69 overall, but his glove is really good, and that's what we like about him. Akil Baddoo kind of got lost in the shuffle this season. I apologize for that. And that's our hitting. On the pitching side, Michael Kopech was phenomenal once we transitioned him back to a starter. Want his stamina to go up. I don't know if that's the thing that happens, but he had a 3.76 ERA, and his WAR was 2.2. Walker Buehler, good pickup, 4 ERA. Dropped a little bit, but we're okay with that. Garrett Crochet, for a 3.4 ERA. Nicky Nasty with a 3.22 and a 5 even ERA for Drew Thorpe. And then like Jonathan Loizaga, who we picked up, had a 4.20 ERA, nice. And Bettner came over and he closed out a lot of games for us. So I think that was a good acquisition as well. That's everybody, really, right? Unless we look at our minor league players shift at all. No, not really. No Schultz, no, not really. Okay. It's the playoffs. It's the playoffs. Are we ready for it? So the number 1 seeds are the Dodgers and the Twins. Then we have the 2 seeds being Toronto and Philly. And then the wild card seed, the Texas Rangers versus Baltimore, Houston, Seattle. Okay, cool. Let's see what we got. 1-1 series on a few of these. I don't know if I care too much about the wild card. Our team lost, by the way. Our minor league team lost. That sucks. I should have probably been paying attention to that. So the Texas Rangers go on, San Diego, St. Louis, and Seattle. So our ALDS and our NLDS are completely set. Dodgers take a 2-0 lead against San Diego. I don't know if anybody can beat that team in a 7-man. That team is so stacked. It's kind of ridiculous. And they advance. They sweep their way to the NLCS. The Texas Rangers are very close to getting their way there. They do. All right. It is best of 5. So I do want to watch this one game. It's not this one. Seattle ends up winning there. I think that advances Seattle. No. So we got 2 winner go home scenarios in this one. So let's do it. I promise you I'm not going to sell the game. How do I not sell the game? Because I don't want to control. Let me go look at the comment section of that one episode because I think y'all were telling me what to do. So our guy T-Dog Sports. Hopefully you still watching the series, my boy. If you want no control, when you quick manage, go into the game like you normally would to team to make it CPU versus CPU. Then oh my god, that was what the hell. So I think he means he said do this. The game froze. Oh my god, the game froze. He broke it. And we lost. I wanted to watch the game. The Phillies. I wanted to watch it. The Phillies will advance. I see this box score. Most of the damage happened earlier in the game anyway. It wasn't like no walk-off home run or whatever. All right, so we do have this next series ending this day. Let's try to do that again. Let's try that method one more time. He said quick manage. He said enter the game. This is what he said. No, you want me to select the team, go to CPU versus CPU, the manage game. Okay, I'm going to try it. Then we go back to quick manage and simulate. 3 runs in the first inning for Toronto. I don't know if I love this method because it's happening so fast. Toronto's up 4-0. And I don't think they're coming back from this. And yeah, they destroyed them. Okay. Well, that was not as fun. But Toronto is going to the next round of the playoffs, man. They got Jonathan India, who hit a home run. He was 4 for 5 today and hit a home run. He had 2 RBIs. Whoa. Jonathan India game. Okay, that's dope. All right, so we now have our 2 series. Series. Oh, the Dodgers are down. The Phillies. The Phillies could make some noise. Oh my God, the Phillies are up 3-0 on the Dodgers. Oh, the Dodgers gonna fight. I know baseball is different than basketball, and the Phillies are going to the World Series. Wow, the Dodgers. You got all that firepower, and you still lose. And the answer is yes. And we got Philly versus Toronto. Wow. Okay, let's see who's on this Toronto team. Vladdy is here, and he's amazing. Bo Bichette, amazing. Corbin Burns, amazing. How did they get you? I don't have the answer to that. You are under contract for 1 million years, though. Kevin Gossman's here. It's a really good roster, man. It's a really good roster. They got Pete Crow Armstrong from the Cubbies. How? I don't know the answer to that either. Maybe trades haven't happened this whole time, but I didn't see them. And then we got the Phillies. Let's see what the Phillies team look like. They have Bryce Harper. They have Zach Wheeler, who's injured right now. Man, that sucks for them. Jose Alvarado's there. Trey Turner's still there. It's a very similar team to what they have in real life. Very similar team. When does it start? There we go. Game 1 is a win by Toronto. Game 2, the Phillies fight back. Game 3 is happening this day. And Toronto is up 2-1. Oh, my God. Are the Blue Jays going to do it? The Phillies fight right back. And they take the series lead. And this game right here, Game 7. Whoa. World Series Game 7. World Series. Look at these lineups. World Series Game 7. Wow. We're here for it. We're absolutely here for it. Toronto versus Philly. You know, Toronto versus Philly. Last time they played against each other in the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard hit a crazy shot and sent Philly home. And I don't know what's going to happen for real in this game. But I'm not here to watch the whole game, obviously. Especially if we're going to pitch this slow. Taijuan Walker. Taijuan Walker gets the game ball in the Game 7. I don't control that, by the way. Taijuan Walker gets the game ball in the Game 7. In 2024, I don't know if that's the smartest thing. All right, either way, here we go. We're going. And first inning is wrapped. All right. No damage done on either side. Strikeout, walk, single, fielder's choice, strikeout. Okay. Okay. Jose Barrios is the pitcher here. Ground out, strikeout, strikeout. Taijuan Walker. So far, this has been a duel of pitching. And we saw a double from Alejandro Kirk, and they weren't. I'm sorry, that was from Vladdy, and they were not able to capitalize. Ground ball, fly out, ground out. 3 innings in and no score. And it is a pitching duel until Bryce Harper hits a solo shot to put his team up 1-0. This is baseball. This is amazing. A single, double play ball, single, line out. It looked like there was a world where they could make a little bit of noise, but that's not the case. I mean, both of these pitchers are looking amazing. Like, yeah, you gave up the 1 home run ball, but other than that, this is really a pitching duel, man. This is a pitching duel. Single, strikeout, ground out. Is the World Series gonna end on 1-0? Strikeout, fly out, fly out. Whoa. Pitching change. Nate Pearson. Let's see if that's the right decision. Fly out. Strikeout. Fly out. Taijuan Walker is still in there. He's pitched a great game until that walk. Fly out. Strikeout. Taijuan Walker with a complete game shutout in the World Series. Whoa. I said, do you give him the game ball in Game 7? The answer is, who else would you give it to? He's that nice with it. He is that nice with it, apparently. Wow. No Zach Wheeler because of injury. And they still get the job done. The 2025 MLB World Series champions are the Philadelphia Phillies. Bryce Harper gets his second? Is that his second one? Let me see. I don't know. I feel like he has one, but maybe I'm mistaken. It doesn't look like he has one. Because, no, the Nationals won right after he got traded, right? So, what a story, right? What a story. Right? Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Let's see who won the MVP. It was Nick Castellanos. 1 RBI. The whole series, he had 1 RBI. And they were like, you know what? That's our MVP. Them games had to be so grinded out and low scoring. But just like that, we're off to the offseason. And that is for another video, for sure. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like. We don't have anybody that we care about that's retiring. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like. Matt Scherzer's going to the Hall. So that's kind of cool. Our staff is still amazing. Nobody took our guys out. I'm excited for this one. Kopech is going to get a nice bag from us. What are we talking about? I would live with this. But that is for future me to figure out. I'm gonna hit my save file, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.